Welcome to the Positive Sports Podcast. I'll be your host this evening, Ed Montana. Alongside me today, my straight hat wearing brother, Alex. What are you doing?
I don't know. I want to fight today.
Okay.
I want to overreact about something.
Overreact?
Yes, it's Monday. I'm feeling overreactive.
You know, obviously the first week of the season is almost behind us. The Texans and Saints play tonight, as well as the Broncos and Raiders. And I love it. I love the Monday after the first week of the season. Let's go ahead and overreact. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Go ahead, you go first.
Okay, I'm going to overreact.
What are you going to overreact on?
Obviously, I was wrong about the Tennessee Titans. I think after watching the game yesterday, the Tennessee Titans, they shut down the best offense in the NFL in the Cleveland Browns. They put up 43 points. Hey, look, I think they're a juggernaut, and I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I can see them coming out of the AFC.
That's a good one.
Is that an overreaction?
That is an overreaction.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. What's yours?
You know, I used to love the Mondays after the first Sunday of football. Now I just can't stand it. I can't stand. I didn't watch any TV today. I hardly listened to any sports talk radio. I just kept to myself because you hear the most asinine stuff, right? It's just.
I have been complaining about this on Twitter for a while now because there's certain personalities on ESPN and Fox that they just say stupid shit it's clickbait. That's all it is, right? Like it's no different. Quite frankly, Odell Beckham yesterday provided clickbait because that's the only reason why that idiot was running around a football field with a $200,000 watch out. What is he doing? Like, that, to me, that's clickbait. That's the same thing as the talking head at ESPN who a few weeks ago, I refuse to say their names anymore, but the talking head who a few weeks ago said Lawrence Taylor is one-dimensional. It's like, look, why don't we just... Why don't they just start saying the Earth is flat on ESPN for fuck's sake?
Wait, you mean it's not?
Don't be those guys.
Don't break that down.
Don't stop.
The Earth is not flat.
Don't be those guys.
This whole time.
No. Don't.
The Earth has got to be flat.
No. Do not be. No. Don't fuck with me. I'll start talking about the Hall of Fame.
I'll start talking about something that's not the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm overreacting on?
Okay, what are you overreacting on?
You know what I'm overreacting on?
Well,
football is football. Soccer is soccer. There should be no ties in football. Plain and simple. That's my overreaction. I'm not with that, especially the first week. Come on.
Yeah, no, I've always been a fan of, and even in regular soccer, unless it first of all, in the NFL, play until someone scores. I don't give a shit. Play 6 quarters, play 8 quarters, play 14 quarters. I don't care. I agree with you, no ties. In regular soccer, when you get to the knockout phase,
right,
and then they go, they play 15 minutes and another 15 minutes and it's still tied. Then they go to penalty kicks. No. Keep playing 15-minute periods, halves, whatever. Play it until someone scores. Stop with the penalty kicks. It's like having a field goal kicking contest after the game. No. So I agree with you.
I hope the NFL goes towards the college football structure. It doesn't have to be necessarily starting from the 25. Maybe start from the 50 or something. I don't know. But
yeah, I like that one because then you end up with like a 79, 76 football game, which is kind of cool.
Well, hold on. Some teams don't need those rules to score 60 points in an NFL football game.
True,
right?
True.
Some teams just need to enter their Alabama Crimson Tide against the William St. Mary's, right? Of Miami, maybe. That was an ass kicking. That was an embarrassment.
Who are you talking about?
Dolphins and Ravens.
Oh, I thought that was going to be my next overreaction.
Was it?
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's better than Patrick Mahomes. right? Obviously,
Perfect passer rating.
He's better. He's better than Tom Brady. He's better than Cam Newton. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, and I think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl.
That too?
Well, yeah, there's got to be two teams in the Super Bowl. It's going to be the Ravens and the Titans.
From the same conference?
along with the Packers, who shut down the Bears. And that defense looks tight. And so, we're going to have the Ravens, the Titans, and the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Wow, 3 teams fighting for 2 spots.
No, they're all going to be in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow, 3-way.
Yeah.
Wow, this is
yeah.
A threesome.
A threesome.
Well, this show me
Football.
go. Yeah.
Football
Okay. Football. Gotcha.
So those are my 3 overreactions for Overreaction Monday.
The Packers defense is for real. They shut down the quarterback with the highest MVP odds, Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, come on now.
But that's got to be an ESPN thing.
He really was. I swear. I promise.
Vegas had him.
Yeah, like before training camp, before like preseason started, he was the guy with the highest odds, with the best odds to win.
So that wasn't an ESPN or a Fox.
No, that was like Vegas. In the sports books.
God, I wonder what would have been the odds.
What it is now.
He was it was painful to watch the Bears with the football on Thursday. I mean, it hurt.
That was an ugly game altogether.
They were driving down the field, and I was like, "There's no way they're going to score."
You know, that was an ugly game to start the season, right? Division game like that, right? Packers, Bears. You would think it'd be a little more.
It was awful.
Although I kind of like a low-scoring defensive game, but it was like just.
There's a difference between low-scoring and defensive and just bad football.
Right. Yeah.
It was terrible.
Terrible
way to start the season. The 100th season of the NFL. Why is it that we only have 53 Super Bowls, but this is the 100th season? Did I miss 46 seasons all of a sudden?
You've almost been around for all 53.
That's right.
Wow.
Almost my entire life there's been a Super Bowl. Well, no, there has been a Super Bowl my entire life.
Yeah, there has.
I've almost been around for every Super Bowl.
Yeah, why is... I guess
I don't like you.
AFL maybe?
Come to the conclusion I don't like you. Between the flat earth thing and that... I don't like you today. Well, I don't like overreaction, Alex.
Well, that's why we're very similar. I don't like you either.
Fantastic.
That's not very positive of you to say.
What other...
Here's my overreaction.
Go ahead. I gotta take care of something here real quick, so go ahead.
Whoever watched our NFL preview, episode 90...
No overreaction there. That was a fucking banging show.
I thought we did pretty good. I thought we did pretty good.
No, I know it was freaking awesome.
We got some good feedback on that one, by the way.
I don't need any feedback. It was good.
In case
I was freaking awesome.
You were awesome. I was awesomer.
You were even awesome.
I was awesomer.
I mean, not quite as awesome, but that's kind of the way life goes.
Yeah, well, you know.
No, I don't need any feedback on that one. It was freaking great.
Well, for those of you that haven't watched, go ahead and watch it. YouTube, Podbean, and some other ones. iTunes.
Yeah, do yourself the favor and watch it because it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, watch it. If you were following my bold predictions, I'm overreacting on the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are going all the way, baby.
Well, look, that sounds legit to me because if you stop and think about it, they pretty much shut down the Jets, who were supposed to be good this year, right?
They were down 16-0.
That's right. And they won a tough divisional game on the road. So, yeah, I think the Bills are for real.
So, here.
Now I think the Bills, the Titans, the Ravens, Pack.
So, look, I'm gonna back up my Bills prediction because I just had to take a look at this. And their schedule to start off the season is very favorable. They just beat the Jets at New York, which is kind of like a home game because Buffalo is in New York and they played in New York. It's just different, you know.
Hardly. Do you know how far Buffalo is from New York?
Yes, I know how far it is, but it's still New York.
Yeah, but it's not like they had a home game feel to it.
This is don't be disrespecting the Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia.
Hashtag Bills. Listen, the Bills Mafia has the best tailgate ever.
How do you know? Have you ever been there?
Oh, dude, you got to watch it. You got to see it. Like, pull it up.
I've
YouTube it or something.
It. The best tailgate ever was when Jay came down here and we watched the Eagles and Saints. The Eagles and Texans.
We should have knocked that guy out. I was being really nice that day. I think
knocked what guy out?
Oh, you didn't see
Jay?
No, well, no. Sometimes I feel like knocking out cousin
We
Jay.
are all over the place.
We are. You don't wait. You don't remember the when we were taking the picture and the guy came the guy in the Texans jersey stepped in front of us and he actually approached me and wanted to fight me and I was like I didn't want to fight. I think it was the beer keeping me real calm.
Yeah.
And Jay kind of stepped. You don't remember all that?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Too busy eating and drinking.
Jay definitely remembers that. We started pretty early. Okay, wait. Look, my Buffalo pick.
Back to the Buffaloes. I mean the Bills.
The Buffalo. Okay, look. They just beat the Jets at Jets, right? They play the Giants at the Giants. That's a game they could very well win. Okay, the Giants were not impressive the first week. Then they're at home to the Bengals. They could win that game. At home to the Patriots. Obviously, that is more than likely a loss. Then they go to Tennessee. Then they got a bye. And then 3 straight games against the Dolphins, the Eagles, and the Redskins. If we logically look at the schedule, this is a 2-loss schedule right here to start the season. Can we agree?
What 2 losses?
The Patriots and the Eagles.
What about Tennessee? Tennessee put up 43 against one of the odds-on favorites preseason to win the whole thing, the Cleveland Browns, with Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham, the best quarterback receiving tandem ever, certainly the most expensive. That freaking lights-out defense, they just hung 43 on Marcus Mariota is probably going to win MVP.
You don't even believe that crock of shit that's coming out of your mouth. That's why it was one
of the overreaction. Monday,
bro. So the Bills could start off the season on a very good foot. I'm talking 6 and 2.
Well,
it's possible.
Let's not get crazy here,
bro. Come on, man.
So let's see. They beat the Jets. They go back to the same stadium to play the Giants.
It's another home game.
It's right because in New York. Cincinnati, no problem. New England's a loss at Tennessee, bro. Tennessee just put up 43 on the Browns. Okay. That's a loss.
Maybe 2.5.
A bye against Miami. Don't sleep on Miami.
Yeah, the Ravens certainly didn't sleep on Miami.
No, don't sleep on Miami.
The fans in Miami slept on Miami.
Don't sleep on Miami. Philadelphia, there's no way they're beating Philadelphia. I don't care where they play.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Washington, don't sleep on At halftime of that game, no, actually, no, it wasn't even halftime. I think it was 17-0 first quarter. That was going to be my overreaction. Yeah. My overreaction Monday was going to be the Redskins blowing up the Eagles. So, yeah, 4-4.
Oh, you see, Ed doesn't want to give me any fucking
credit. You want to put a little
right
wager on it?
No, I didn't. I haven't paid my last wager. I don't think I should be putting any wagers. Do you remember the last wager?
No, I don't.
Oh, then I don't know any wagers.
That's why you don't pay them, because I forget. I got Alzheimer's and shit.
I'll remind you, and it was the Hornets to make the playoffs.
Oh, that...
In basketball.
The Hornets and the Bills sound so similar.
And the Bengals?
And the Bengals, yeah. Yeah, you want to go ahead and make a little bet? What do you say, 6-2?
Maybe.
I say 4-4.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, let's 5-3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, that's 6-2, bro.
Okay, 5-3. It's a tie. Anything over 5-3, you win. Anything below 5-3, I win.
Okay. I'm not shaking on it.
Why not?
I don't pay my wagers.
Come on. All right. For those of you on YouTube, you're seeing it. We're shaking hands on it.
We're shaking hands.
So
did you wash your hands?
I don't know what I'm gonna win.
Did you wash your hands after you came out?
I mean, at some point I did.
Okay, good, because I didn't.
So yeah, that's an easy win for me. Go ahead and write that down so we don't forget it.
I don't have a pen.
What'd you do with the pen? You had a pen a minute ago. Oh, it's over here.
Oh. All right, so at what point do we start the show?
So there's a good overreaction. What other? Look, I will say this, and this is not an overreaction.
What's that?
And I don't know. I think I had Baltimore winning the AFC North. Baltimore looks damn good, man, and I understand that it was against Miami, so I'm not gonna, obviously I don't think they're gonna make the Super Bowl, but it looks like the new offense with the. With Lamar, yeah, I've got Baltimore. It looks like the new offense that's been put in place that is really centered around Lamar Jackson is going to suit him well. And I mean, certainly Miami's not the most important thing that you want to look at, but
yeah, no,
they looked ridiculously good yesterday.
We didn't even bring it up on the preview show. The Ravens added Earl Thomas to their secondary. So, I mean, that's a nice... That's almost replacing Ed Reed. I mean, Ed Reed
it's not.
But Earl Thomas is good.
Long,
he's good.
He's good, but also he's a little long in the tooth. This isn't Super Bowl 47 Earl Thomas that we're getting. But whenever they played in the Super Bowl.
Right, but I think his experience... matters on the Ravens more than it would on the Dolphins. You know what I mean?
Well, it would matter on the Dolphins. The Dolphins need all the help they can get.
At what point the Dolphins need to go move? Just move.
Like
they don't even draw fans.
Who are they trying to draft?
I don't know.
Like who's going to be the big name coming out of college next year? The guy from Oregon, Justin Herbert?
Well, no, Tua probably.
Tua comes out.
Yeah.
But then you got to revamp your offense. I don't know. But yeah,
I don't know.
They got to be looking. Their scouts are not watching NFL film. Their scouts are flying around the country watching college football.
Yeah.
And I can't say I blame them.
What game stood out to you the most this weekend?
That one's really stood out. I mean, it was ridiculous. Look, the Chiefs and the Patriots gave us exactly what we expected, right? There's no overreaction there. They both look like serious teams. And I want to say this. I was more impressed with the Patriots than I was with the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. But not because of their offense. Their defense has now given up 6 points over the last 2 games. And they shut down a juggernaut of an offense in the Rams in the Super Bowl. Yeah. And they shut down the Steelers. The Steelers looked like they couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag last night. And there were some comments made during that broadcast about how the Patriots offense, led by Tom Brady, was struggling to throw the ball against their own defense. So if Tom Brady is struggling and Ben Roethlisberger struggles and Jared Goff and the mighty Rams offense struggled, that's legit. I think the Patriots have something on defense, and of course, the other big story of the week, which you want to get into that one?
Yeah, I mean, I broke my toe hitting the chair. That's the big story that I got.
What are you talking about?
Antonio Brown.
You are off the rails.
I really am. Yeah, I mean, the Patriots just won the Super Bowl again.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm changing my pick.
The last time they had an, Hall of Fame type receiver, I mean, they were going for a perfect season.
I remember that season very clearly. The Giants won the Super Bowl.
And really, but for a miraculous third down catch, they may have very well gone 19-0. And it's scary to think if Antonio Brown goes there and really minds his P's and Q's like Moss did, man, that offense is going to be tough. Not to mention, they've got Josh Gordon, who looked really good last night as well. Yeah. So maybe we are doing the Overreaction Monday thing with the Patriots as well.
I mean, no, you know what? At this point, you can't overreact with the Patriots. Here's the deal. The Patriots just do shit differently. They just run it differently. That's all it is to it, man. They
just do it right.
They have a regime, and they stick to it, and if you're a player, you either buy into that or you don't. Plain and simple.
The thing about them is they as an organization, they seem to make zero emotional decisions.
Right.
Zero.
Right.
They don't care how much they're paying a guy. They don't care what his name is. If he's not on the bus, they kick him to the curb.
Makes you think how bad the Patriots maybe wanted Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown gets paid more than freaking Tom Brady almost. Tom Brady's been Tom Brady has restructured his contract a bunch that allows him to get paid like $1 million during that football season.
Yeah, but I think the deal that he signed with the Patriots now is not more than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's getting paid now.
He's getting yeah. He is. But I mean, he's not by much. Like he may make like what 17, 18 million. He's making 15.
Was it a 1 year, $15 million deal?
So I mean,
heck, Brady wanted him.
And usually the Patriots don't really pay for, especially at wide receiver.
But I'll tell you what, the first time he fucks up, they'll cut him. They'll cut him and they won't think twice. And that's what the Patriots do. The Patriots do two things that make them successful. One is they make zero emotional decisions about players, which is what I mentioned earlier.
Right.
The other thing, they don't focus on anything or anyone other than the 53 guys and the 10 coaches that are in that locker room that wear New England Patriots gear. They don't give a shit who they're playing against. They don't care what other teams are doing. They don't care what the latest fad is. They have a way of doing things, and they stick to it. They are the quintessential team. Right. They are the team.
And I don't want to drool the whole, over the Patriots for, 25 minutes. But this is what else they do well. They know the rules. And what I mean by that is they know when to cut a player so they can save money. Mm-hmm. They know when to trade for a player or trade away a player to get a compensatory pick. You know what I mean? Like, they know how to manipulate the rules without cheating. I don't know how else to put it, but they understand how to play the game, and they try to do it, and they do it the right way. I mean, they just do. Look, for everybody saying that the Patriots cheated, I have no doubt that they cheated. I have no doubt. They more than likely they did. Yes, they won Super Bowls, but after they got caught, they're still fucking winning Super Bowls. So I don't know what else to say. I'm not on that bandwagon that says that they're still cheating, because I don't believe they. Now I don't believe they are. The last 3-4 Super Bowls, I don't think they are. They're winning. They're winning football games. They're winning Super Bowls. I mean, what else? What else is there to it?
Your comment about knowing when to cut a guy and knowing when to trade for a guy to get those compensatory picks, that is the epitome of emotionless moves. No emotion. This is when we're going to do it because this benefits the organization the most.
Now, the Patriots didn't have to play great defense last night.
They did.
They didn't. Here's why. There was a flag thrown against the Steelers while the Steelers were on offense. The referee goes to the middle of the field. The mic is turned on. Penalty on everybody except the center. I mean, what an embarrassment the Steelers were last night.
Well, to be fair,
no, there's nothing to be fair about. This was a horrible look. The Steelers should
play well. They did not play well.
The Steelers should be embarrassed. Number one, you can't beat the Patriots. You've only beaten them one time in the Brady era, I think. I don't know. They totally gave up. You gave up on Le'Veon Bell. You gave up Antonio Brown. You don't show up to play on a primetime game. You have all season to prepare. You know who you're playing against in April. You have 3-4 months to prepare. You have played this team every season, sometimes even twice. And you show up and you put up 3 points. Your defense doesn't. I understand the Patriots are good, but man, at some point, you have to figure out a team. At least be in the game. Make it a game. Make it a touchdown score game. I mean, that is a very poor showing by the Steelers. And I'm going to add Mike Tomlin to the hot seat on that list that we made on the preview show. That is bad. That is not good at all. I know the Steelers' way. Hold on. I know the Steelers' way of things is not getting rid of their coach. But there's no way you can allow your team to play like this against the Patriots, who everybody's trying to take down season after season. You can't show up like that. For a first game of the season, you can't.
So that's your first overreaction of the day because, look, they got drubbed. And I made the comment earlier about the Patriots' defense. They ran into a buzzsaw and a really good defense. I think as the season goes on, that loss is not going to look that bad. The other thing on that particular play that you're talking about, that was the backup center. It was his first snap, and I guess he forgot that when you snap the ball, you got to, move it. So cut him some slack. He just came into the game.
No, there was a penalty on all the players except for the center.
Yeah, because the play was to go on 2. Roethlisberger went on 2. Everyone started, and the center thought they were going on 3, I guess.
Right, gotcha.
So everyone false started but the center. Kudos to him because he didn't get the penalty even though it was his fault.
Yeah,
he turned around. He's like, I thought it was on 3.
It's kind of like you stealing out the cookie jar and then the other kid gets caught.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the other thing, I don't think Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat. Again, the Steelers are going to be fine. That's probably the toughest defense they're going to face all year in terms of just game planning.
You do know that you and I didn't pick the Steelers to make the playoffs, right?
No, we didn't. But I don't think. Look, if they go 8-8, 9-7, and don't make the playoffs, which I think is what's going to happen, Tomlin's not getting fired. That's just So that's your overreaction Monday. Do you have another one?
Oh, that's not an overreaction. That's what I actually feel.
Yeah, that's an overreaction.
They look bad, bro. There's no way you can play a team so many. They play every single season. Yeah, I know. Sometimes even twice.
Yeah, you're overreacting. Okay.
No, I'm not. That's facts.
No, that's fact. But you're bashing of the Steelers for losing one game.
No. Not for losing one game. For losing a handful of games.
This is Overreaction Monday.
No, but they've lost a handful of games to the Patriots, have they not?
I know, but this is one game in this season.
But in their history of matchups,
right? But this is one game. This is overreaction.
Okay, I don't think it's an overreaction. I think it's the truth.
What other overreactions do you have on Overreaction Monday?
I don't have any more overreactions.
You know what? I know there's going to be another one.
Well, then I guess you just...
Oh, wait. No, that's just your second one because you said the Bills are going to go 6-2. That's an overreaction.
That's more of an overreaction.
I mean, thinking that they're going to be better than the Tennessee Titans who just put up 43 points. I mean, I don't know, bro.
Well, I guess you guys are just going to have to keep tuning into this episode and wait for me to overreact maybe, I don't know, in 10 minutes.
Maybe next week we'll do it on Tuesday and we'll have Overreaction Tuesday.
No.
So we can overreact on the Monday night game.
What else
from yesterday? Poor Jacksonville. I kind of feel bad for them. First of all, it was 2 minutes before kickoff, and they panned around the stadium, and there was 8 people there. It was embarrassing.
Well, that's nothing new.
No, it's not. But it's got to be tough. Stadiums are pretty quiet when there's only 8 people in them. and then. Right? They get to play against Kansas City, which Kansas City travels well. Why didn't they all go to Jacksonville? Do they think Hurricane Dorian is still messing around? What's going on? But anyway, so they get Kansas City in their first game. Nick Foles breaks his collarbone in the first half. They had some other fool get himself thrown out of the game. I don't know why. And they lost 40-26. I mean, Nick Foles was really... they expected him to be the savior. I think the expectation was, and we talked about this last week, certainly my expectation was Leonard Fournette would have a healthy season. He'd be back. Now they have a quarterback that can throw the ball. Maybe things are going to pick up. They still have a good defense. Nope.
The Jaguars need to trade for a quarterback now.
Probably.
Is that an overreaction?
No, I mean, their guy got hurt. That's not an overreaction. That's the truth.
Seriously, I think they should.
This
is the best time to do it.
Do you know who their backup was?
Mineshaw?
Munchie. What the hell? What the hell's a munchie? Shout out to Munchie. I'm sure he's a great guy.
Oh, shout out to Crunches Munches.
I mean, I hope that guy doesn't get high.
Who is that guy?
Because then he's gonna have the munchies. I mean, I felt terrible.
No,
I felt terrible for Jackson.
All jokes aside, I mean, he's gonna be out till like week 11, week 12. Nick Foles.
You're right. He can't come back until week 10 because they put him on the IR.
Okay, so I mean, if I'm the Jaguars, I'm mortgaging. I'm trading for Teddy Bridgewater or somebody. I'm trading
Where
for
is
somebody.
Teddy Bridgewater?
With the Saints behind Breeze.
Oh.
I mean, seriously, this is because I think
is Vinny Testaverde available?
He is, but no.
They don't let him play with a cane.
At a certain age, there's
You can't play with any hard equipment.
He doesn't have any comebacks left in him.
It's gonna be better than Munchie.
The Jaguars don't have a bad team.
No, they don't.
I think trading for a quarterback is right now, not waiting until like week 5 when Munchie has his magic has died down. Right then it'll be too late.
Is Fitzmagic available?
If fucking Miami puts in Josh Rosen at some point, yeah, he'll be available.
Oh no, they're not putting Josh Rosen.
That's what they should do. Trade for Josh Rosen.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna
bench
trade
him.
They're gonna trade for Josh Rosen just to put him on the bench. That guy is not. No, everyone's gonna be high on him and trade for him, and then when they get him, sit him on the bench.
Josh Rosen is gonna be the first NFL player to play for all 32 teams and not play. God, that poor He's going to get a roster bonus from every NFL player.
I feel terrible for that guy. Because he's not getting a chance anymore.
Well, even more so now. I bet he was one of the players that demanded trades after the game yesterday. Did you hear about that?
No.
I mean, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly a bunch of players requested a trade from the Dolphins after yesterday's game.
I would too. I don't blame them. The Vikings look good. No overreaction there. Pretty much what we expected.
Yeah, the Falcons look the exact opposite.
Well, and I mean, it's not a surprise to me because I'm not. Go back to last week. I'm not real high on the Falcons this year.
That's why I'm not. Why I'm not overreacting.
You picked him to win the division.
The division, absolutely.
So yeah, that's not going to happen. So.
But I also picked Minnesota to win the division. So how does that work?
Well, obviously, that's not the overreaction. You had your overreaction last week. Well, I guess it's not an overreaction.
That's right. That's right.
An over-preaction. You had an over-preaction last week.
Well, I mean...
What else? The Rams won. The Seahawks barely beat Cincinnati.
Yeah, I thought they screwed me over, those Seahawks. I thought they would take care of business.
No.
They did not win by enough.
Chargers won. No big surprise. Now, here's a game.
The Colts hung in there against the Chargers, but that game went to overtime.
No, that didn't go into overtime.
Yeah, it did. It did. It went to overtime.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, again, those games kind of shook out. There's no overreaction there, right? That happened kind of like we expected.
Yeah.
The Colts are going to be in games. They're not going to get blown out of the water. Jacoby Brissett's not bad. They played a good football game. Now, but if we go further down the line, now here's an overreaction that I'm surprised I have not heard today.
What is that?
Dallas put up 35 points. Dallas is going to the Super Bowl.
I'm not overreacting on the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are going to... I'm surprised, as much pub as the Cowboys get, that no one just...
Bro, you must have not watched any... I didn't like I said, I didn't watch any sports talk
I watched
TV
some, yeah, I did.
Or listen to much on the radio. I'm pretty sure they were overreacting on the Cowboys.
No. I didn't hear a whole lot about it.
I'll say this about the Cowboys. The Cowboys are good. They're a good team. They've been a good team. They got a good offensive line. Prescott is the real deal. Zeke didn't have a great game. He's still good. The Cowboys, I think, are a team to watch for. I mean, and that's not an overreaction. I really do. I mean, I picked them to make the playoffs, so
Yeah.
I this season I believe in the Cowboys a little more than I have in the past.
Yeah. No, they did. They looked. Look, they're a better football team than the Giants.
And the
they
Giants
were playing at home.
Have a crappy secondary.
Yeah, and so they did what they're supposed to do. I'm surprised I didn't hear more overreaction today about the Cowboys, but they played a good football game. I mean, they just played a solid football game. They look good. Them and Philly are 1-0. Washington and the Giants are 0-1. So we'll see where it goes from here. Prescott actually had a pretty good day.
I mean, him and Lamar Jackson had a perfect passer rating, which I don't know how to calculate, but it's perfect, so I guess it was good.
Yeah, that sounds like it's good.
I think they both threw for like 400 yards, and
it doesn't get much better than perfect, right?
Yeah, the Giants played horrible yesterday. They, finally the offensive line looks good, and it was check down city, and they got behind 21-7, and it was pretty much over for them then.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys, and I mean their secondary is just horrible. Tackling was bad. I mean, you had two guys. 4 wide receivers scored a touchdown. 2 of them had 100+ yards for the Cowboys.
He was very efficient. I mean, 25 of 32, 400 yards.
But
that secondary is leaving people open. Yeah, I mean that's part of it. But
right, are we going to overreact on Prescott's great day, or should we overreact on the poor secondary and tackling of the Giants?
See, I don't think either one is an overreaction. I think Prescott's going to have a good year, and I think the Giants secondary is a problem. So, I think this is one of those games where I'm surprised people are not overreacting about it, but we got kind of what we expected.
Then that's why people are not overreacting. People expected the Cowboys to...
But because it's the Cowboys
and
the Giants, right? It wasn't the Cowboys in Arizona. It was the Cowboys and the Giants, 2 big-name teams. I'm surprised we're not hearing more overreaction. More Dallas is going to the Super Bowl. More, Eli's going to get benched and Jones is coming in. We're not getting a ton of overreaction. It's kind of surprising.
Jones actually played yesterday.
He was 3 or 4.
It's impressive.
So, garbage time, but whatever. He's got to get his feet wet somehow.
Yeah.
Who you got tonight?
Tonight, I'm kind of torn on the Saints and the Texans. You would imagine the Saints at home, but man,
Week 1 gets kind of weird.
Know.
Look, I just hope the Texans offense does what the Astros offense did yesterday. Yeah. I mean, the Astros offense was as good as about half the league yesterday. 21 runs against the Mariners.
21 runs. Can you name the teams that the Astros scored more runs than NFL teams scored points yesterday?
Let's see if I can do that. Obviously Thursday night.
Okay.
Right? Because you got the Bears and the Packers was a 10-3 game. So
okay.
How many are there, do you know?
I thought I saw 9,
okay,
but I don't know exactly how many.
Okay, I've got 2. The Dolphins, who suck.
Okay.
The Steelers, who faced the buzzsaw. The Browns, because they were playing the mighty Titans.
Right.
The Giants, right? Because they only scored 17.
Yeah. You have...
That tie game was 27-27. So it's not... Wait, Seattle scored 21, so Cincinnati had to have less.
Right.
Right, so that's 7.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more.
4 more?
Yeah.
11 teams?
And one of them was in one... 2 of them was 1 game.
Oh. Someone in that Minnesota-Atlanta game.
Who?
Atlanta, right?
Right.
Because Minnesota won. Oh, my God. I can't even remember the other games. Did the Redskins... No, the Redskins... The Eagles scored more, and the Redskins scored quite a bit, too.
Yeah, it wasn't the Redskins. So now you got 3 more teams.
Good grief.
49ers against...
Oh, the 49ers and the Yucks.
And then the other one was the
were they
divisional game.
Were they both under?
No, just the Buccaneers. So now you got 2 more teams.
Oh
the other game, they're in the same division. They played against each
Oh,
other.
the Bills and Jets.
Yeah. So is that 10?
Wow, 11.
Holy schmoly. They scored more than 11 teams.
I think the Texans should only play defense and try to hold the Saints to less than 21 and say we're gonna use hey, look, the Astros only needed 2 of those runs to beat the Mariners. So
True.
If they could get 19 from the Astros,
Can
borrow from Peter to pay Paul.
I don't think that's quite how it works in the sports world.
Shame.
But I do think they'll need all the points they can get.
Yeah.
In the Big Easy.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Hey, what did you think about the Red Sox firing Dombrowski?
Changing gears on me.
Well, we're talking baseball.
Well, I mean, look, man, it's kind of like what have you done for me lately world that we live in.
Yeah, he won a World Series lately.
Right. Yeah, but
less than 12 months ago.
Well, I mean, where are they now? Are they in it? I would say they're in it.
Mathematically, they're still.
But they've been in it for the most part because you've been riding them for the most part. They've been in it. They've been hovering around. I think they're like 10 games out now.
8.
That's
their elimination number is 12.
Okay, 8 games. They've been freaking 8 games for all year long.
Yeah, it seems like
even way before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
You don't make any moves during the off season. Fine, I understand. You got to make a move at the deadline. You have to address your issues because obviously you have issues because you're 3rd in the division. So you're not quite as good as you were last year. You lost some players. You got to replace them, or you just got to find a way to get better. And I think that I think that everybody else in the organization felt that same way. And last night was the final straw. You lose to the Yankees, and
Here's my problem with it. I find it, and I don't have a problem with it, right? The Red Sox can do whatever they want. Who cares what I think? But the part that I find interesting, and maybe this is me looking for something salacious, but I find it very strange that they fired him in the beginning of September. Like, that strikes me as odd. Like, it makes me feel like there's something else. I think yours is a valid reason. I'm not saying it's not. There's got to be something else to this. There's got to be more to this story, I feel like. Because why would you fire a guy who just built a World Series champion 11 months ago? And you fire him during the season? Like, that seems like a transaction that typically takes place on October 3rd, the Monday after the season ends, you get fired. It just strikes me as odd.
Could be.
I almost think there's more to the story, and I want to know what it is. Like, I want to know if he got caught in the elevator banging the secretary, or something crazy like that. There's a
video on that.
Yeah, like, he got busted doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. Like, are we gonna hear about some FBI charge on some racketeering or some shit,
or stealing the coffee creamer from the fridge?
Oh yeah, something really bad like that.
Peeing in it.
Like taking 3 creamers when there's only 3 left.
That's right.
Or taking all of the French vanilla ones and leaving those shitty hazelnut ones behind.
Or giving the secretary a dirty Dombrowski.
Where do you come up with this?
You never gave a chick a dirty Montana?
No.
Ah, come on.
Especially because I don't know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and steer clear of that one. Let me go ahead and steer clear of that one, yeah. You just steer this way. Jesus Christ.
It sounds like the conspiracy theorist in you's coming out.
Yeah. I'm normally not a conspiracy theorist, but this one just feels like there's something there.
Yeah, it could be. You never
know. You know what? He probably ate someone's leftovers.
Ooh, I'll be so pissed.
Out of the kitchen fridge.
You know what? I would get you fired, too.
Yeah, I'd go straight to HR. If someone ate my leftover Chinese food...
Leftover anything.
Dude, I would straight to HR and demand an investigation.
Yeah, you don't fuck with my food.
Yeah.
Especially leftovers, because leftovers are sometimes even better than when it's cooked.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? this is a fond, not fond memory. I remember when I was a kid, right? I'm almost 11 years older than you.
Let's just say 11. I mean,
Let's just call it 11.
Or 15. Let's round it up.
Yeah, let's go 50. No, we can't round it up because it messes up the story.
Oh, okay.
So I'm almost 11 years older than you. We can round up to 11 because it's just 3 months. I'm 11 years older than you. So, when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, I'd come home from school, I could eat whatever leftovers were there. It didn't matter, right? And then when I was 11 and 12, I still could because you were a baby, you were, sucking on a teat, right? So, but then when you got to be like 5 or 6, when you started going to school, I was 15 or 16. And I went to school in the city, but you went to school in Brooklyn, so you got home much earlier than I did. One of the first instances of me hating you was when I would think about some leftovers that I knew were in the fridge all day, and I would come home, I'd drop off my stuff in my room, race to the kitchen, pop open the fridge, and the fucking leftovers were gone. It's the only time I thought about killing you.
I enjoyed them.
I was like, this having a brother stuff is not all it's cracked up to be. I was like, I'm going to kill that little runt.
It made you have an overreaction.
Yes. I had overreaction Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, I'm sorry, but I was hungry.
No, look, it happens. You know what's funny? Is now that shit happens with my son.
Oh, I could imagine, because he eats more than both of us, I think.
He eats like a freaking...
And he loves the same shit we love, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sandwiches, beef, steak.
All of it. And it's like, we tease each other back and forth about food. Like, I went over to Mom and Dad's when he was on vacation a while back. He was out of town. And so I went over to Mom and Dad's for dinner. And, Mom made my favorite dinner.
Right.
Some Milanesa.
Treat you like a king.
Exactly. And first thing I did is take a picture of that shit and send it to him. My mom's like, and you know how Mom is, right? Nothing messes with her grandson. She's like, oh, you're so mean to him, this, that. I was like, man, come on. He's done it to me.
Right.
And, of course, as soon as he got back, she brought him over a sandwich.
She wouldn't have done that if it was the other way around.
Oh, fuck no.
She would have waited until you went to visit her.
Exactly.
To feed you.
No, she came over and dropped off 2 sandwiches for him. And, they were long gone.
I guess it's worth it being the young kid. The younger sibling.
The youngest.
The youngest.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, you had it good. Especially because Grandma lived with us when you were little. So
yeah. I got really spoiled.
You got spoiled.
I got really spoiled.
You were spoiled.
I was spoiled.
Rotten.
Like milk.
And plus, Mom and Dad had softened up 11 years later.
Thanks.
They had softened
You did a good
up.
job. You got them.
Yeah.
You got them. You really molded them into.
Some
softies.
Dad was on mine. I was like, white on rice, man.
Yeah, it was that maroon looking strap with the 2 leashes with the whip.
You know what that was?
Or the bat.
You know what that was, right?
That was from luggage?
Yeah, it was from luggage. So we had some luggage when I was a kid, and it had a strap. It was about this long, and it would hook to the side of the luggage, and so you could pull it because the luggage had wheels, right? Well, I don't know how it happened. I guess because it was handy one day or some shit. I don't know, but it's got a little clip, and then it's a loop, right?
Right.
You fucking used to beat me with that thing whenever I got in trouble. Well, it snapped. It broke on the end. It got old and it cracked. And so then it was split. It was like 2.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Damn.
He used to beat me with that thing.
Not
beat me.
Yeah.
He used to swat me every now and then.
But please don't call CPS. My dad's too old to go to jail.
At this point, I don't think CPS would do anything.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Thank goodness.
But yeah, no, he hit me one time with that. Once, yeah.
Shit.
Across the leg, and fuck, that hurt. That was a pain.
It had some nice snap to it. Oh yeah.
And he always had that bat. He never used it on us, but it was a good threat.
Oh yeah.
We were scared of it.
My favorite was he used to tell me he was going to split my head in 4.
Not even in half.
Not even in half. He was going to... And every time he said that, it made me want to laugh because all I could picture was my head going... like a fucking watermelon or some shit.
You were curious.
No, I wasn't curious. I wasn't curious at all. But it always, deep inside, it kind of made me chuckle a little bit. And of course, that's not an appropriate time to laugh.
Come on, be honest now. Did you ever try to test Dad? Did you ever try to like push his buttons?
No.
No?
No, because I knew I was gonna get it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't test him.
Yeah, I never purposely tested.
No, shit. I knew I was gonna get it. I wasn't fucking with him.
Yeah, I mean they were tired of beating you by the time they got to me. So
maybe that's what it was. No, they say the first one breaks the mold.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
you paved the way.
I paved the way. Well, I try. You got anything else?
Shit. I don't know. You ready to wrap it up or what? Well, wait. You asked me about the Texans and the freaking Saints. You didn't ask me about the Raiders and the Broncos.
You ain't gonna be awake for the Raiders and the Broncos.
I am.
You're happy as to be asleep by the time that game rolls around.
Nah, I'm gonna watch.
You ain't gonna stay up that late.
Listen, man, I'm on Central Time, brother.
I may be older than you, but you have zero stamina. You don't stay up late.
I'm a night owl.
Shit.
Woo!
Okay, Ric Flair. All right. If you guys want to get a hold of us, you can reach the show. You can email the show at positivesports10@gmail.com. Positivesports10@gmail.com. If they want to get a hold of you and talk about your stupid Bills prediction, how do they do that?
I forgot. On Twitter at Brooklyn Gaucho 1.
And if you want to reach out to me, you can follow me on Twitter at eMontana21. What episode is this?
Check out our Twitter page at Positive Sports 6.
Oh, and I put up a video last week of this chicken sandwich challenge. Go check it out. It's on our YouTube page. It's on the Positive Sports Podcast YouTube page. Go check it out. I went and I did the chicken sandwich challenge. I got sick and tired of hearing all these people talk about chicken sandwiches from Popeyes and KFC and Chick-fil-A and all this other stuff. I did my own challenge, came up with my own analysis. It is very deep and thoughtful. It's a very serious challenge. So if you really want to know the ins and outs of these chicken sandwiches, hit that YouTube page and check it out.
I might have to do one.
A challenge? Why am I doing a chicken sandwich challenge when you're the sandwich eating motherfucker or whatever you call yourself on this show? Why am I doing the challenge?
I don't know.
You lazy. What episode is this?
This is 91.
Famous 91. Justin Tucker?
Justin Tucker?
From the Giants?
Justin Tuck.
Oh, whatever.
I think we were talking about Tucker from the Astros.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about him earlier.
Yeah, he is 91.
I can't think of another one.
I don't know. Neil Smith.
Was Julius Peppers 91?
He's 90.
But he's really big, so sometimes that 0 ends up off to the side and it looks like a 1.
91.
No.
And what about hockey? Hockey's up there also in
Fedorov.
Sergey
Fedorov. Sergey, not Serge. Sergey Fedorov used to play for the Red Wings. Won several Stanley Cups.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only.
You got any shout outs?
Nah, no shout out, man. Just nah. Have a good week.
You lazy shit. I have a shout out. I don't like to do this very often because I don't like to sound like that guy at the office. But my shout out goes to my son, who yesterday he plays in a fall baseball league, and so they play doubleheaders on Sundays. And so he played the second game of doubleheader. He came in to pitch in what they call a high leverage situation. First and second, no outs, and they were up a run. He decided that wasn't high leverage enough, so he balked on the first pitch to make it second and third with no out.
Nice. But
he worked his way out of that jam and ended up getting out of the inning, preserving the 2-1 lead. Eventually, later on, the game was tied 3-3. He came up in the bottom of what was very obviously the last inning because of time constraints. The kid in front of him, there was one out. Kid in front of him hit a double. First pitch, the ball kind of squirted away from the catcher. He moved over to third. And then on a 1-0 fastball, my son laced one in the right center. I've argued back and forth with him whether he knew it was game over or not, because he didn't stop at first. He hauled ass to second. When he saw the ball split the right fielder and the center fielder, he hauled ass to second. He didn't even have to slide. And he got there, stopped, stood on the bag, and just kind of looked around and didn't really celebrate. Sounds like you didn't know the game was over, did you? He's like, no, I knew. I just wanted to make sure. And then, all the guys are streaming out of the dugout, just like you see it on TV, to see everyone mobbing your son when he gets the game-winning hit.
That's pretty neat.
It's a meaningless game at the end of the day, but it is a lot of fun. And, obviously he enjoyed it immensely. He was walking around with a smile.
Did they rip his jersey off?
No, because they don't have jerseys galore, right? They've got 2 or 3 jerseys.
Oh, I would have ran on the field. As his uncle, I have the right to rip off his jersey.
Some guys did take their water bottle out there with them.
Did they? Yeah.
Douse them with
That's
some water,
awesome.
which is
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. I guess we should have interviewed him after the game. I
suggested
toss water on him.
I suggested interviewing him on this podcast.
And dumping the Gatorade on him in here.
I'm not helping you clean up.
That's the problem. So anyway, shout out my boy. Good job last night. I'm proud of you. Keep working and make some more shout outs for yourself. You got anything else?
That's it, brother. I'm ready to go eat and watch football.
Yeah, I'm starving. So with that, we've come to the end of another wonderful episode of the Positive Sports Podcast, episode 91 in the books. As always, folks, thank you very much for watching, listening, whatever it is that you do when you support this show. Subscribe, like, comment to our YouTube channel, Podbean page, iTunes, Google Play. I don't care. Just have fun with us. We're having fun doing it. So, as always, ignore the negativity. Be the positivity.
Peace.